Hello, welcome to Module 3 of 2038. This module we're going to look at applied version of the building block of selling. We break into 5 videos. The first video we're going to talk about B2C selling. B2C selling, if we talk about the customer, who are the customer? So this could be anyone who would like to purchase a product or who would purchase a product, or it could be someone who used the product. Okay, it could be in terms of the service, could be in terms of goods, it could be in terms of FMCG, it could be in terms of like plane ticket or anything at all in B2C setting. Now, this is a selling characteristic that you have seen in Module 1. What we're going to be doing here is that we're going to apply to a case study, which I use the dollarshave.club.com as a case study. So what I'm going to be doing is I will be showing you a video and then we're going to discuss throughout. Here's a video.
Presented by T-Mobile.
I'm Michael Dubin. I am the founder and CEO of DollarShaveClub.com. If you go to the store to buy razors, you have to drive your car, to fight traffic. Then you have to find the razor fortress, which is always locked. You have to find the guy with the key. You get to the register and it costs you 20 bucks or more, and the whole thing's kind of primitive. I just figured there was a better way to do it, so Dollar Shave Club was born. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. At its most basic, Dollar Shave Club, for a couple bucks a month, we send high quality razors right to your door. 80% of our guys shave 3 days a week or more. For our member, this is a product that they need regularly, and that's why the subscription model really works. And I don't love that term, I actually really like the term membership instead, because it implies a deeper relationship and a greater warmth. The promise is expanding to include Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter, which is the best thing you can put on your face before you shave. And then we have One Wipe Charlie's, which is a butt wipe for men.
Why do you need a butt wipe? Because you're not an animal. And whatever you're using now is primitive.
It's a cleaner way to do it. It's a faster way to do it. You know, as we like to say, great things happen when your ass smells fantastic.
So clean up your act with the softest, fastest, manliest way to wipe your ass. Except no substitute. It's One Wipe Charlie!
I spent most of my career in marketing, digital media, brand development. I studied improv and sketch comedy for about 8 years when I was living in New York City, and I think that absolutely infused the tone of voice of this brand. It's very transparent, it's very honest, it's funny, and guys appreciate humor, I think.
We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandra, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay.
Before we launched the video, we were just doing some small proof of concept stuff. We got about 1,000 members really doing no marketing, and when we launched the video on March 6, 2012, I mean, literally within the span of 30 minutes, we started getting tens of thousands of orders for a company that had been fulfilling 2 or 3 orders a day in its beta phase. It crashed our servers when we just weren't ready for that. We had to learn very quickly how to meet this scale, and we knew we would only get one shot at it. I mean, we had all sorts of homegrown solutions, like sticking Post-it notes on huge rolls of labels so that we knew that those labels actually got put on packages and went out. We didn't have a logistics expert on our team at that point. You have to figure it out on your own. I think good companies that last are really good at figuring out on the fly how to fix problems and deal with the unexpected. Raising capital is required for any business that wants to scale quickly. It's not necessarily right for every business, but for our business it was required. You want to try to find investors that can help you in some way beyond just writing you a check. And the types of investors that we sought out were folks with big operational networks to help bring talent to us. Also that had seen a lot in the e-commerce space, and that could help us maybe avoid some pitfalls they had seen others fall into. There's always going to be people that tell you your idea isn't good, or that tell you a million reasons why it's going to fail. And the most successful entrepreneurs, Jeff Bezos and Howard Schultz or Richard Branson, these guys were all told that they were crazy at some point by someone too. But ultimately, you will get somebody that does believe in your idea, that does believe in you. And yeah, that's incredibly rewarding. And then very quickly, you pat yourself on the back. You get about 15 minutes to enjoy the moment, and then you have to move on and figure out how I'm gonna build this business and do everything I just told these guys I'm gonna do.
So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're gonna stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
All right, so you have seen in the video, you can see that the CEO of the Dollar Shave Club, they're trying to, first of all, looking at the database and knowledge management, they're trying to understand the customer, what do they want? So they want cheap shaver, because they don't want, the customer don't want to spend too much money on it. So they want to buy like, $5, $6 shaver. So what this company did was that they came up with the idea of $1 per blade, and they will get a few blades per month. All right, so that is number one. Number two, customer relationship management. So what we do, what Dollar Shave Club is doing, is that they do like a subscription fees. Like every month they have to pay, the customer had to pay some money to continue and retain the relationship. So this will increase the deeper relationship between the service provider as well as the consumer. Marketing the product. So what they do with the marketing product is could be in terms of advertising, could be in terms of link the product to the way that the customer want, or it could be in terms of product expansion. In this case, Dollar Shave Club, what they do is that they not just sell $1 blade, they sell actually 3-4 style of blades. Okay, so the customer could upgrade the product from just $1 to $5 or $12. Or they're also selling like shaving gel or some other product that is relating to shaving. All right, so marketing the product expansion. Next one is problem solving. So the company trying to understand what are some of the problems that the consumer has, and if there is any problem, then they will try to fix it fast. All right. So in the video, they did explain about how they fix some of the unexpected problem of like the too many orders at the same time, that type of thing. All right, and lastly, adding value. So what they do is for this company, what they do is they use funny videos, they use the word cheap to add more value to their product. Okay, lastly, customer retention. So they're trying to link this to the subscription fee. So the fees is quite low, and then the product is okay. So they're trying to saying that, okay, if the product is okay, the price is low, hopefully the customer will continue and retain with the Dollar Shave Club. All right, so this is an example of how we apply it to the Dollar Shave Club. Moving on, these are the different type of selling department that you have seen in module 1. All right, the reason why I put it here is because it's relating to B2C selling. Okay, we will move on. Now, here are the 7P. I believe that most of us already learned what are the 7P from the services marketing, or at least 4P from introduction to marketing, let's say. All right. So we will go through this quickly, as we believe that you already done it. So if we start with the product, so what is a product? It means the core product. What are we selling? Okay, it could be if we sell this clicker, this product is to click to the next page or something. So basically the core function of product, the core benefit of the product. Then we have place. Place is like the location. This could be in terms of online, or it could be offline. Could be location. Could be some other things, all right, in terms of that links to location and logistic. Price, basically good value for money, where how much do we sell, okay. Promotion is including advertising is as well as sale promotion. All right, so what are some of the sales strategy or sale promotion that we have at that particular time? People, when we talk about people, we talk about the staff, the one who will run the business, the one who sell the product, frontline customer. So we talk about different type of sale group that I showed you just now in the previous page as well. The process is mean what happened first, what happened next. In the last video module, we had a chat about the sale process. So this is the process that we're talking about. All right. Lastly, we have physical evidence. It means what the customer can see and touch. Normally, it will be in a service setting. For example, if we go to the hospital or the restaurant, what are some of the things that we can see? For example, like tables, chairs, flower decorations. Those are the physical evidence. All right, that we could see. Now, moving on. You can see we are moving towards perception. Now we're going to move towards a perception. Sorry, don't know what was that. Anyhow, I will be showing you a video. So this video, but before I show you the video, we will have a quick chat about what is perception. So perception is how customer perceive the service provider or perceive the brand, what people think about a brand or a product. All right. As a seller, what we want is that we want the customer to think about us in the way that we want the customer to be perceive us as. All right. So basically, we want our product to be seen in a way that we would want the customer to see them as. Now, what I'm going to be showing you is an advertising from Sony. All right. So here is the advertising. All right, now you have seen the video. What you see in that Sony video is that Sony would like the customer to think, to perceive their new TV that the color is like no others. All right, so basically in short, the product is good in advertising. Sorry, it's good in colors. So the colors is very good. It's better than anyone else in the market. Whether it's true or not true is another story. But the point is the service provider would like customer to perceive them in a way that the service provider would like them to perceive them as. Now, next concept, we will talk about exposure, we will talk about sensation as well as attention. Exposure, quickly, so what is the meaning of exposure? It means when a customer or when we have been or went into a new situation or new environment. Or it could be that when we try something new, so it's like explore ourselves into something. Sensation is like the five sense, like the sensation, like ears, eyes, mouth, nose, and touch. For example, let's say if we walk past, if we go into Myers or David Jones, we walk past like a perfume section, we can smell it. And if we smell it, we might be thinking that, oh, perfume in this department is smell nice or something like that. Now, then we have attention. Attention is main when we pay attention to something, all right? Or when something grabs our attention, okay? So here are some of the techniques of grabbing attention. So, three techniques that we're going to be talking about here is, first one is advertising appeal. Can you see the kids blowing the bubble? But the bubble is actually not bubble, but it's smoke. The idea behind is that using kids to grab attention of the audience. All right. So basically, this is like this advertising is like a kind of surprise or shocking. So trying to use this shocking element and surprise element to grab attention of the people. In this country, dogs and kids can grab higher attention than other type of object or human or something. All right. Road blocking. What is the meaning of road blocking? Is that you use the same advertising in many places at the same time. The reason why we're using this is sometimes because the customer or the audience, they might be selective audience. It's called selective attention. What does it mean is that, let's say if I'm watching, let's say, NCIS on Channel 9 at night and like 8 o'clock, and let's say it's go on the break, then I might change. I may not want to watch the advertising, so I change to another channel to look at the some other advertising or look at the program. But the road blocking, how it works is that they will try to put on the same advertising on many channels at the same time. The idea is that when the audience change to another channel, they will still see your advertising anyway. This works quite well in the for like at the train station, where you walk out from the train station from each platform. either platform that you get off, you will see the same advertising. Or it might work well in, let's say, newspaper or magazine that they put a few ads of their own ads on many of the page just to grab attention, even though when you're trying to skip through some of the advertising. Next one, you have like a choice of appropriate media. We will start with the panda first. So what they do with this panda is like, this is like a series type of advertising. So basically they are like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and it's trying to show that, you know, something cute and then grab your attention, all right? Or they could use kids, as I mentioned earlier, that I'm gonna show you in the Samsung video. So here I will show you 3 videos in totals, and after which we will have a quick discussion about it, all right?
ايه ده؟ ما تيجي نجيب باندا يا بابا.
يا ابني اهدى يا ابني، ما جبنا حاجات كتير.
Just you know why you and I will.
باندا ما يتقلهاش لا.
بابا مش هنجيب باندا يا بابا.
Just you know why you and I will
هات واحدة كمان.
and buy no true love ways. Sometimes
باندا
we'll
ما يتقلهاش لا.
فايز، اعمل لك معايا سندوتش جبنه.
مش جعان.
Just you know why you and I
باندا ما يتقلهاش لا.
قلت لك موزاريلا باندا يا عبد العزيز.
الاوردر ما فيهوش جبنه.
Just you know why
والله هو.
you and I
باندا ما يتقلهاش لا.
لا خلص استغفر. يلا يلا عشان الفطور جايبه لك النهارده سندوتشات جبنه.
لا والله ماليش نفس.
بين القاسي والداني وبلغت للعب العام وضحى منتشر وده عندي سنين وده عندي ملف وده المهم جت انتخابات الزمالك الاخيره الراجل دخل
باندا ما يتقلهاش لا.
I've been watching. I don't mean to creep you out. That's mostly what I do. I'm watching and sucking a lot of the time, majority of the time during the day. But I found that those Samsung smartphones have changed people's lives. It even tastes good. Samsung. Yeah, I need it. That ugly thing doesn't fit my modern life. Yeah. Use your milk, buddy. Oh, thank you, Bear. Oops. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, boring PC. Dad, look. It's something more creative, originative, and innovative. That's it. Ativ. I think I just peed myself. Hey, all that work and I just get the box to play with? Come on, Dad.
And I've had like.
Right, of course. I mean,
Well, anyway, now you can expect more creative, originative, and innovative from Samsung Ativ. Life's changed. Why not PC? PC Innovative Samsung Ativ.
Now that you see all of the video, you can see that the panda basically is using the fun element. This is an ad from Egypt, and it's a very popular ad. So basically, if anyone say no to panda, it will appear and it will be very angry and come out and destroy the thing. So it kind of grab attention is the funness of it. I have to mention that this is a well-known brand, well-known product brand. So that's why in the ad they did not have to mention much about the benefit of the product, just enhance the brand awareness and brand image. All right. And if you look at the Samsung one is also use the kit and then a funny element as well as a music to create the excitement of the audience and the cuteness of their phone, and then sort of not the phone, their laptop and things. So basically it just use a kit to grab attention. All right, kits and cuteness, cute power if you like. Now moving on to the sensation eyes. So we have eyes. So basically eyes, like we can see. So service provider like us or seller, what we could do is like we could create like a showroom or something like IKEA, where the customer can actually see if they buy the product, how it's going to look like. Ear is mean we can hear. For basically it's like TV or some review, opinion leader, words of mouth, so we can hear. When we hear something, we create perception. Nose, we can smell, perfume. Okay, taste, we can try. So basically free sample, that type of thing at a restaurant, we can taste it. Lastly, we can feel. Basically, if you buy clothes, this and that, so we can feel the product. So all of this will link to, will help us create our perception towards something, all right, or someone. Now, this is how we build perception. Okay, so this is perception model. Okay, this is how we build our perception. So the first step is unfamiliar target encounter. So what does that mean is that when we meet or when we see something new that we don't know, when we're seeing something that we never have a perception about it before, all right? And second one is openness to clue. It means once we see something new that we don't know, then we starting to try to find out information about it. We might try to find information about it online, like trying to look at a review movie or something, or we try to search information about something in order to get more information about it. 3, familiar ourselves with the clue. So basically start to get the same information. We're starting to understand the information that we receive. 4, then target customization. Target categorize. So basically we put information in order. So basically we just, in our head, we will form the information like in a way that, okay, this information is about so and so, this information is about so and so. So basically we group information together in our head. And number 5, we will ignore the information that we just group in our head in number 4. For example, some of the information we don't want to hear, we will pretend like that's never happened. Or some of the information is quite important, you will try to enhance it and pretend like, oh, these are very important information, all right? And number 6 is, that is how you actually create the, starting to perform the perception. And this is how an individual actually create the perception, all right? Moving on, this is an example. There are a few examples of how we create perception here. I will show you, this example is linked perception towards quality. So I will show you one example of Thai Airways and see how they use their advertising to create good service quality perception. Here's the video.
Everything that we do, we learned. Not from a training manual or a technical school, but from the previous generation and the one before that. It wasn't taught, but inherited. Never explained, but always lived. A consideration for others that anticipates needs. Flavors that open your eyes and aromas that awaken your senses. Delicate beauty inherent in every detail. Virtues of welcome and hospitality. Born in every Thai. welcoming the world. Yours to experience always. Thai, smooth as silk.
Right, now you have seen the video. You have seen the quotation of smooth as silk and some other thing, all the smile, the culture on the plane, and as well as the awards on their advertising. So they're trying to link this type of thing to the good quality, all right? So they're trying to give, trying to make you feel like a good quality. You also can notice that there is a truck there, a Telstra truck. There used to be a video here, but I will not show you the video. But basically, the video is in the ad is that there's a family sit on a sofa in their house, and all of them get shoot into the sky like on a rocket or something. So basically, the Telstra trying to say that if you use Telstra, when you open your internet, you will feel like you in a rocket or something, like you go up very fast. So it's associated to the fastness of their service, their internet service. All right, so that is linked to the quality. Now we have perception linked to price. So we look at price quality relationship perception. So what does that mean is that price quality relationship perception, what does that mean is the more expensive the product, the better the price that we think the product might be. For example, we have two examples here. First one is the water from Coles. So 1 liter and it's about $1, and we have water from Blink. About 1 liter is $50. This is a real price. So what they do, what Blink is doing is that they put some crystal on their bottle, so their bottle become very expensive. And in the ad, they're trying to associate their drink with like wine and some other expensive products. All right. So the point is, the higher the price, the higher the quality that we think. For example, when we go to a hairdresser, let's say we go to Korea and we need to get a haircut and we don't know which hair salon we should go to. So what we do is that we might looking at the review, if it's possible. If we don't have review, if there are two hairdressers in front of you, you want to see which one is better, you have no idea. So what you do, you might look at the price difference and you might think that, oh, the more expensive one might have a better quality. That could be another perception. Now, moving on to target market, segmentation and target market. All right. So just to sum up, perception or positioning. Positioning is where we want our brand to be placed in our customer perception or head. So where what do we want our product or our brand to be seen as? All right. Technically, it's the same thing to the perception. Now we're gonna talk about point of parity and point of difference. Point of parity, we will start with the point of parity first. Point of parity is something that is very unique that your brand have, but it's something unique. Let's say if there are 100 brands in the market and all of them offer to, let's say all of them selling TV, 100 brands selling TV. Point of parity is like something that about 10 brands selling the same to you, and the rest is someone else that doesn't have. For example, if we talk about TV, we could talk about curved TV. So point of parity for this would be the curved shape of the screen that is so unique from most of the people, but someone else still have the same thing. Anyway, this is still a good advantage to your brand, that because it's still unique. That's what you have. So in short, point of parity is something unique that your brand have, but some other brand might have the same offering. All right. And then you have point of difference. Point of difference is something that your brand have, but no one else have that. So something that is so unique and only available to your brand. Okay. It could be, if you talk about TV, we could talk about, have you heard of that $100,000 or $200,000 TV that is like a very big screen TV, and that's so unique that no one else have the same thing? It could be that as well. So it depends. But in short, point of parity is something unique to you, but someone else may have it. Point of differentiate is means something that's so unique about you and no one else have it. This is an example of how a perceptual map look like. The reason why I'm showing you this is because it's linked in the perception section, all right? But I believe you have learned this before. In this graph, you can see the perception between quality and price, all right? Sometimes some people might say perception between quality and price are not good for us to build as a perceptual map, because technically the higher the price, the better the quality. Therefore, you can actually, make it like a curve, like this curve. Wrong side, sorry. No, yes, like this. Yeah, like this. Okay, so basically the higher the price, the higher the quality. Most of the people, when they might do quality versus variety or something else, or price versus variety. So it will be random, like the brand will be random on your graph, not like predictable. Now, lastly, we're gonna talk about traditional marketing. So we will talk about we're going to link the 7P that you looked at earlier today to the target market and the positioning. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at the 7P. So the first one that we see is the product. So we link our product to our customer needs. So if they need something cheap, we do that. If they need something higher quality, we will offer that. Price, we need to look at our target market. How much budget do they have? Promotion, we might want to link to our customer behavior. For example, if they are discount seeker, then we do use some type of promotion. If they are like a high-end type of customer, then we might want to enhance more in terms of the brand value, the value, the product that they get, like the luxury image that they would receive. Place, the location that our customer might want to buy. For example, if you talk about fast food in Thai or in Vietnam, they do a lot of delivery, like home delivery, like that is like a standard. So let's say people in Thai, they 10 to 50% of the people actually deliver, ring KFC or McDonald's and ask them to deliver to the home, and won't be any cost for that because it's like part of the package. But let's say in Australia, we tend to go with the drive-through and that type of thing. Physical evidence, so we need to look in terms of theme of our brand or the theme of the restaurant, what type of theme that is linked to the customer. It could be like, let's say if it next to the sea, it could be like a, sea towel theme or any type of theme that is linked to our target market, all right? Process. So basically, it's like what happened first, what happened next. So if it's like a high-end type of product, so let's say if you go to Tiffany shop, that type of thing, the customer might hoping to receive some drink or some juice before the service actually start and that type of thing. And people, that is like the seller who are the seller. And some product, they expect some seller to know a particular type of skills or like be able to do something and be able to recommend something. For example, if we talk about Bunning warehouse, if we go to Bunning, most of the seller will be able to tell you what each of the product can do and that type of thing. All right. So here is a conclusion of the video number 1. Thank you.